Good evening, Zimbabwe. You are listening to Studio 7 from the Voice of America in Washington. This is Live Talk. I am Kip Stube.
And I'm Marvelous Mhlanganyahuya this Monday, November the 8th, 2021, broadcasting from my home in Washington, D.C. due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Tonight on Live Talk, we are talking about COVID-19 and opposition political parties in Zimbabwe.
Going on to COVID-19, as we start the show, the Ministry of Health reports that no person died of COVID-19 in Zimbabwe yesterday, and 28 people tested positive for COVID-19. More than 4,600 people have succumbed to COVID-19 since March last year when the COVID-19 pandemic started.
The ministry reports that more than 3.3 million people have received their COVID-19 vaccines, and that is the first dose, and almost 2.7 million their second dose.
And the country needs to vaccinate 10 million people for the country to reach herd immunity. But heading on to politics, a former ZANU-PF senior youth member, Godfrey Senengamu, launched a new political party, Front for Economic Emancipation in Zimbabwe, last week, with indications that more opposition parties are likely to start emerging in the run-up to the Zimbabwe's 2023 harmonized elections.
This is the second new opposition party that is focusing on economic issues set to contest the 2023 elections after the formation of the Economic Freedom Fighters Zimbabwe, or EFFZ, an appendage of South Africa's opposition EFF, led by Julius Malema.
Some Zimbabwean opposition leaders say the formation of new political parties is an indication of a desire by locals to create a vibrant democratic state. But others feel that too many opposition parties are stifling democracy as they give the ruling party ZANU-PF room to garner more votes in crucial elections. They argue that the opposition splits votes, resulting in ZANU-PF winning even in areas largely considered as MDC Alliance or MDCT or other parties' strongholds.
There are currently more than 108 opposition parties in Zimbabwe. At least 100 participated in the council and parliamentary elections, while 22 took part in the 2018 presidential poll. So, what is happening in Zimbabwe right now? Susubakwazi konke lokho ke zulomuhle namhlanje ke sikhuluma ke nge-COVID-19, sikhulume ke la ngazombusazwe. Ngasikhangela ke i-COVID-19 uhlangothi lwezempilakahle luthi akulamuntu obulewe yi-COVID-19 izolo eZimbabwe. Kusithi abantu abafika 28 bahlolwe batholakala belegciwane le-COVID-19. Singathi nje kuze kufika namhlanje i-COVID-19 isibulele abantu abayi-4,600 kwele Zimbabwe. Selokhu yaqhamuka ngoMarch ngomnyaka ka-2020. Nxa sisikhangela njalo abantu asebejovwe ijekiseni yokuzivikela umkhuhlane we-COVID-19 yokuqala bafika 3.3 million, kuthi laba asebehlatshwe esibili bafika 2.7 million. Kuzobuya-ke nxa sikhangela ezombusazwe siyabona ukuthi-ke kulomnumzana Godfrey Senengamu owaye kubandla le-ZANU-PF osebumbe ibandla lembusazwe okuthiwa yi-Front for Economic Emancipation in Zimbabwe. So-ke siyabona ukuthi nxa kukhangelwa amabandla aphikisayo ajayele ukufohlafohla nje ubone elinye lalo liphulukuhlu livela kwelinye idenje kubuye elinye njalo kube njeya nje. So-ke nxa sikhangela-ke selibunjwe lelo azabe khona amabandla abunjwa ngesikhathi sokulungiselela ukhetho oluzakwenziwa ngo-2023. So siyabona njalo ukuthi amanye amabandla nxa ukuthi engabunjwa awuphinde wabone futhi sokudlule ukhetho. Abantu bayabuza-ke ukuthi pho kwenzakalani nxa kunjalo. So-ke sifisa ukuthi sikhulume ngalokhu sizwe ukuthi lithini lina ngwenu. Kulabanye phela abayinkokheli yamabandla aphikisayo abathi khonokho yikho kwenza ukuthi ibandla le-ZANU-PF linqobe kukhetho, kodwa kube khona abanye bethi hayi phela nxa kule democracy kumele kube lamabandla amaningi. So kunjalo-ke Marvelous asiqoqeni siyaphambili, kodwa-ke sinanzelele ukuthi kunamabandla 108 eZimbabwe aphikisayo, kuthi-ke ayi-100 angena kukhetho ku-2018, ayi-22 angena kukhetho lukamongameli. Kunjalo-ke Marvelous.
Aiwa, tinokuchingamidza nemufaro pano pachirongwa chedu musi wemuvhuro November 8, 2021. Apo ndiri kutepfenyura ndiri kumba pamusoro pedenda rechirwere cheCovid-19. Tinoona kuti bazi rezveutano rinozivisa iro kuti hapana munhu akawanikwa iye achishaya nezuro kubva kudenda iri reCovid-19. asi pane vanhu 28 vakabatwa nedenda iri reCovid-19 nezuro rwakare, uyezve pari zvino pane vanhu 4,600 vawanikwa ivo vachishaya kubva kudenda iri reCovid-19 kubva ratanga muna Machi gore rapfuura. Totarisawo chirongwa chekubaya vanhu nhomba yeCovid-19. Bazi rezveutano rinozivisa kuti pane vanhu 3.3 million vawanikwa ivo vachibayiwa nhomba iyi yeCovid-19 yekutanga. Vabayiwa nhomba dzese vari kusvika pa 2.7 million, asi nyika inoda kuti ibaye vanhu 10 million kuti iwanikwe iyo, ichiita inonzi herd immunity. Tombotarisa munyaya dzezvematongerwo enyika. Nhasi tinenge tiri kutarisa yatingati aye mabato anopikisa matsva atiri kuona achinyuka munyika. Takaona kupera kwevhiki rino vaGodfrey Tsenengamo vaimbova veZANU-PF vachiwanikwa ivo vachitangawo bato ravo idzva rinonzi Front for Economic Emancipation in Zimbabwe, vachitaura ivo kuti vachange vari kukwikwizawo musarudzo dza2023. Tichange tiri kutarisa zvakare kuti tinoona kuti pane mapato akasiyana-siyana awanikwa iwo achitangwa ma-elections iwaya a2023 asati atanga, anosanganisira mapato akatangwa nemadzimai. Vamwe vakatangawo mapato avo vachiti vada kumirirawo madzimai munzvimbo dzakasiyana-siyana. Tikaona zvakare mamwe mapato anodyidzana nemapato ekuSouth Africa vachitangawo mapato avo. Saka tinenge tiri kunzwa kuti zviri kumbofamba sei, asi tinoona kuti nyanzvi dzinoona nezvematongerwo enyika nezviri kuitika munyika vari kuti kutanga kwemapato aya kune dzimwe nyika kwakanaka, kune dzimwe nguva kwakanaka, sezvo kunoratidza utongi hwejechetere kana kuti yatingati idemocracy, asi kunogona zvakare kuzoipa nekuti kunokwanisa kunge kwava kuwanikwa kuchipatsanura mavhoti, zvinozoita kuti bato guru remunyika kana kuti mapato ari munyika pari zvino anowanikwa iwo ari pakutonga achizoti ndiwo akunda nekuti vamwe vanenge vapatsanura mavhoti. Aiwa, over to you, Gibbs.
Yes, our first guest is Mr. Innocent Ndibale, who leads the Economic Freedom Fighters Zimbabwe. This party is an affiliate of the EFF in South Africa, led by Julius Malema. Welcome to the program, Mr. Ndibale.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you to your viewers.
So some people were asking me before coming to this show and saying, why did Mr. Ndibale choose this kind of name, EFF, yet there's EFF in South Africa? Didn't you find any other name? So maybe a quick reaction to that.
Yeah, I think such a view is a failure to understand that EFF is a revolution that is engulfing Africa. EFF refers to economic freedom, meaning that we are fighting for economic freedom compared to what the liberation movements fought for. They fought for political freedom. And they are failing to understand that there is an EFF in South Africa, there is an EFF in Namibia, there is EFF in Zambia, there is EFF in more than 22 African countries. So we are indeed a revolution that is going to unite Africa, and we are a party that is on the left. We are a socialist party. We are a party that is ideologically guided by Marxism, that is guided by Leninism, that is guided by Fanonism. So we are totally different, and we've got what is called 7 non-negotiable cardinal pillars. And those non-negotiable cardinal pillars, they include land expropriation without compensation.
Yeah, I think Ndibale got
Africa.
Yes. I think you got cut off a little bit.
Yes. So we are totally different because we are a revolutionary movement.
Now you are talking about Marxism, you're talking about socialism and other concepts that look moribund, or let me say, they are not concepts that are applicable in the modern world. So do you think people can always accept that kind of concept these days, Mr. Ndibale?
Yes, absolutely. What I want to say to you, sorry, I got a bit distracted here because there was a call that was coming. But what I'll say to you, Gibbs, is that it is not true that socialism has never worked. I can tell you that a number of developed countries, they, embark or they
But
decide.
before even you go that lane, we know Zimbabwe declared itself a Marxist, Leninist, socialist, and whatever nation, but all that was abandoned in the 1990s. So let's talk about really why
But
would you think of having a socialist party today when that concept appears to be, defunct,
yes, those who were implementing that concept were not us, were not Innocent Diwali, were not the revolutionaries, the young people that are coming forward, involving themselves with the EFF revolution. So let me come back to the issue of saying that why now? We have to transform people's lives. We have to move the economy from the hands of the few to the hands of many. We have to redistribute wealth because this capitalism is the one that has gotten us where we are, where we've got the richer getting richer and the poor getting poorer. We've got people who are still living in a society where they do not have flushing toilets. We've got the sewage overflowing in various townships across Zimbabwe, even across Africa. So it is the capitalism that has gotten us to where we are. It is not socialism that has failed. It is capitalism that has failed. You've got a few people controlling the economy. The economy must be in the hands of the state, a decisive state that is going to ensure that there is equality in terms of access to education, in terms of access to medical care. Only a socialist government can do that.
Thank you very much. Marvelous, can you join the discussion?
Apo tanga tiri kunzwa kubva kuna baba Innocent Zimbabwe vari kutaura ivo pamusoro pebato ravo rinonzi EFF Zimbabwe vachitaura kuti ivo bato ravo rakamirira kurwisa yavanoti vari kuti vamwe mapato vari kutaura zveliberation yavo vari kutaura kuti ndezveupfumi zveeconomy saka vari kutsanangudza apo kuti vachangewo vari panyaya iyoyi ya2023 vachiedza kurwisa kuti pave wanikwe paine upfumi huchange huri munyika zvinosiyana pane mamwe mapato atinoona savana ZANU-PF vanoti ivo vakamirira nyaya yehondo yerusununguko. Gibbs.
Yes, let's bring in Mr. Thabang Nare, who is a political analyst. He's very independent. He does things on his own. Mr. Nare, welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, Gibbs, for having me today.
Yeah, so now there are these parties that are, sprouting, let me use that word, these days in the run-up to the general elections. We know we're having elections in 2023. So what's happening really with these kind of parties coming from the cold or somewhere else, It usually happens in Zimbabwe, right?
Yes, it looks like it's a serious problem in Zimbabwe. There's a serious loophole in terms of the legislation. So we have a Political Parties Financing Act, which says a party that has amassed a certain number of votes, a certain number of seats in the National Parliament and Senate is eligible to get political party funding from state coffers. So we've seen ZANU-PF receive some money, MDC. We've seen stories about Mr. Monzora running away with a bag of $6 million there. So there's an issue there. So the issue is we have a process for funding a party that now has seats in parliament, but we do not have a process for registering a political party. So if you simply get your A4, you write a letter, you can print it, or even if it's handwritten, and you send that letter to the ZEC head office, your political party is regarded as having been registered. Now, there's a problem with that because what it means is that anyone can register a party at any time, whether or not they are serious about this. What we need to look at is that voting is an important process because voting is the process by which we choose our national and local leaders. And those then translate that into policies which will result in service delivery. So if you look at South Africa, look at Zambia, they've got specific laws and specific processes by which people can register a political party.
So here you're saying, if I got it right, it's all about money. Money, right?
All right, let's take it back a bit, Gibbs. If someone is registering a political party, it's because they want to win political power. They want to occupy the highest office in the land of being a president. They might want to be a mayor, might want to be a councillor. But let's look at the whole idea of a national party, which means you want to be the president. You want to also control parliament. Now, we've seen candidates in Zimbabwe right now declaring, Chamisa and his supporters talking about 6 million votes, Mr. Mnangagwa talking about 5 million votes. And these are people who are spread across the country. You know, they are spread across the country, different districts, different constituencies. And as a politician, you will have to go and meet those people and convince them that your party is the best party to vote for. Now, if you are Godfrey Tsenangamo, it's your constitutional right to set up a political party. But you need to ask yourself, do you have the capacity? Do you have members across the country? Do you have members that have the means, that have the money, that have their own cars, even if it's 4x4s, and their own fuel, to sustain a period of campaigning over a year or two, where they are meeting with people, they are placing posters, they are convincing voters that yours is the best party to vote for. They are printing T-shirts and other educational material. So you then realize that a lot of people start on projects that they might not be able to complete because they don't have the resources. They don't have the experience. You know, you've never led at that level, or you don't have people in your team who've worked at that level. So it's really unfortunate. If you look at what's happening in Zimbabwe, the government has put in place serious laws to register NGOs. We have a private voluntary organizations bill that's being revised, which makes it difficult for you to register an NGO. We have the Companies Act. If you're going to set up a company, you have to be registered. You even have to register with ZIMRA. But with political party, it's like, it doesn't matter. You can just, wherever you are, under a tree, just set up something. And what it does is that it makes a mockery of the election. So apart from the rigging that we have heard about, the concerns, there's also concerns that we are just making a mockery by having these political parties that just mushroom and then disappear.
Yeah, marvelous. Can you join?
So what do you think is the way forward? I was actually hoping that we would have Mr. Godfrey Tsenangamo here on the program. We're still trying to get hold of him. I did speak to him on WhatsApp, but he says he's having network issues. So he can explain, you brought up very important questions that can he be able in 2 years to garner the support for him to be able to have following to vote for him by 2023. But what do you think is the way forward?
So essentially, as I've said, there's a loophole in terms of the legislation. So whether it's through a private member's bill, the opposition, the MDC can push this as their bill. They need to set up a bill where there is a political parties bill where there are clear parameters or clear guidelines on how to register a party. In Zambia, there is a board. There's a board. Some of the members of the board are church leaders. Some of the members are the Chartered Institute of Accountants in Zambia. They are part of that board that looks at the application by a group of people to say, we want to register a political party, and then approve that political party. In South Africa, the IEC also has a process by which you have to register a party. You know, there's an application form. It's not automatic. You know, you have to apply, submit all your symbols, submit the office bearers, the constitution of the party. So we have parties that are set up and they don't have a constitution, So what we need in Zimbabwe is that political parties act that spells out the registration processes,
Yes, sikufake ngesintuko lapho ke ukuthi babanale. Siyabona ukuthi kulama political parties asebunjwa kulezi insuku lungiselela ukhetho. So wena ukubona njani ukuthi avela ngaphi amabandla onke lawa? Elinye libunjwe ngeviki ephelileyo elika Godfrey Tsenangamo. Uzobuya ke siyabona uNdibali wakwaba khona kodwa behind the scenes ku Rainbow Coalition. Kodwa usebuya khathesi njenge-economic freedom fighters Zimbabwe. So kwenziwa kuyini konke lokho ngesintu sibe?
Ngiyabonga Dube. So into kumele sinanzelele ukuthi ama-political parties asozinto inhlanganiso ezenza imali. I-political party yikusebenzela uzulu. Okuthi ukuthi kumele whether uLesiphiwo or abantu sebekucelile ukuthi hayi akuqalise iqembu elizathatha umbuso libuse impilo zethu zibe ngcono. Nxa uzaqalisa usungule i-political party eza bakhona ilizwe lonke, kumele ube lama members, ube labantu abakusupportayo abase kuma districts wonke, ama constituencies wonke, abazahamba bekhankasa ukuthi lithole amavoti ukuthi liwine ukhetho. Siyazi ukhetho luzayo, abakhankasa bekhankasela uChamisa bakhuluma nge6 million votes, abakhankasela uMnangagwa bakhuluma nge5 million votes. IZANU yona ngokwayo ithe idinga $140 million yokucampaigna. Siyazi party esike yathenga izimota igcwala ilizwe lonke, izspeaker leziyana abahamba beaddressa ngaso ama rally, you know. So i-political party yinto efuna ulwazi. Because you are essentially a government in waiting. Uhulumende umelele ukuthi engene ofisini. So kumele ube labantu abaqeqeshileyo, ama-economists, amadokotela, amagqwetha, ama-lawyer, bonke abantu abazi ngokukhokhela abantu. Lisitshengisela ukuthi hayi thina sesizimisela ukuthi singene sikhuphule ilizwe lethu liye phambili.
Yes.
So, ama-party aqalisa kungabantu abancane, umuntu labangani bakhe, umuntu lesihlobo zakhe, asiwaboni eloncedo. Aba yi-problem because i-ballot paper isuke ibende ngamabizo abantu abangela kwenelisa ukuthi bekhokhele ilizwe.
Sawuza kakhulu ke bamba khonapho babonare sibe sesiya ku Marvelous sizokuthi
aiwa tinenge taita rombo rakanaka tina vatsenengamu vari parunhare panapa paWhatsApp regai tinzwe vatsenengamu makadi yenyu.
Ndinofara tete, munofara here?
Aiwa tinofara. Tinoona imi makatanga bato idzva, zvakakosha sei kwamuri kuti muwanikwe muchitanga bato idzva izvi tisataona kuti ma-elections a2023 akutosvika?
Alright, mazvita henyu tete. Chekutanga chandinoda kuti ndizivise vana veZimbabwe ndechekuti nhau dzezvematongerwo enyika zvakangofanana nerwendo rwemamaira anokwana tingati kana churu kana zviuru, asi munotanga nenhano imwe chete. Bato reZANU-PF rine musi warakatanga 8 August 1963 richivamba harina kunge rakakura makuriro arakaita nhasi. Bato reMDC rakavambwa muna 1999 richivambwa harina kunge rakakura makuriro arakaita nhasi. Vachirivamba 99 tanga takatarisana nema-elections a2000. Hatina kunzwa vanhu vachinyunyuta kuti sei MDC yavambwa 99 tine ma-elections a2000 because kwakanga kuine mamwe mapato akanga agara ariko anosanganisira vana Zimbabwe Union of Democrats yatungamirwa naMuzvare Margaret Dongo. Asi nekuda kwekuti vakanga vasiri kutenderana nedonzvo kana kuti ideology yeZUDU, vakapfuurira mberi vakaumba bato ravo reMovement for Democratic Change rikanoita impact ma-elections a2000 na2002 zvichiya mberi kunyange kwaiva nemamwe ma-political parties. Saka isu tiri kuuya sevana veZimbabwe, chekutanga tichitora kodzero yedu yekuti takasununguka kuva tine kodzero yekuungana kana kuita zvematongerwo enyika tisina anotimbunyikidza kuti sezvo ZANU yagara iripo uye ine makore uye ine membership yakawanda joinai ZANU, kana kuti because MDC yagara iripo kwenguva yakareba ndiyo ine mukana wokubvisa ZANU saka joinai MDC, nekuti isu ideology yedu inenge ichipesana neZANU, inenge ichipesana neMDC. Saka tinoda kuti tive nemukana chekutanga wekumiririra vanhu vanobhilivha muideology yedu, which is a socialist ideology, ideology yegusa ruzhinji yekubvisa upfumi kubva mumaoko evashoma tichisa mumaoko everuzhinji rwevanhu. Tiine donzvo zvakare rekurwisa uori hwadai kutekeshera munyika yeZimbabwe. Tiine donzvo rekupa utungamiri hunobva kuvanhu hunotya Mwari uye hunoisa zvido zvevanhu mberi. Saka hongu vamwe vangafunga kuti ma-elections a2023 asvika, asi isu tinoti pane gore riripo, gore rese ra2022 tine mukana wakakura wekuorganiza kuti musangano wedu unge uchinokunda kuma-elections iwayo uye tiine chimwe chidimbu chemugore ra2023. Saka tiri kuuya seFront for Economic Emancipation in Zimbabwe kuti tipe vana veZimbabwe mukana wekusarudza utungamiri wavanogutsikana nawo nekuti kwenguva yakareba ZANU has been in charge of central government from 1980 up to this day. Mukaenda kuma strongholds eZANU kumamisha hakuna
network yavatsenengamo apo iri kumboenda
zvakare munhu wamastrongholds eMDC kubva muna 2000
vatsenengamo regai ndimbokubata ipapo ndichiti vamwe vari kubvunza kuti asi imi manga muriwo tiri kukunzwai kuti manga muri mubato reZANU-PF saka masanduka sei pari zvino nekuti vamwe vari kuti pamwe mauya zvakare makapfeka bhachi nyowani kana election yapera modzokera kuZANU-PF.
Alright, mazvita tete panga pari kudambuka network yangu ndapindura mubvunzo wenyu wamazondibvunza kechipiri ndewekuti MDC zvakare yagara ine mastrongholds ayo mumatowns nemumacities from 2000 ukapindamo hamuna chinobatika chirimo saka munyika maita leadership crisis hatigone kuti matambudziko emuZimbabwe.
Vatsenengamo network yenyu iri kuenda ichimbodyika Gibso okay ipedzisa yenyu.
Hello.
Pedzisai.
Hello.
Taura yenyu.
Alright, saka so naandiri kuti inini hongu vanhu vangave nemufungo wekuti tangouya ini ndakatsigira ZANU-PF masikati machena ndikatsigira vamunangagwa masikati machena nekuti ndaiva nechivimbo chekuti pada musangano weZANU-PF kana waani mumwe mutungamiri uchange uchishanduka mumaitiro awo nekuti tine zvataitenderana navamunangagwa vasati vapinda kuti kana vakange vapinda vachaita zvakati panhau dzeuori panhau dzekusekwa kwemabasa panhau yekuisa upfumi kuvanhu nezvimwe zvakawanda vati vapinda takaona kuti no isu takanga tiri kunanga kuchamhembe ivo vari kuenda kumaudza-nyemba ndokuona kuti hazvisi kufamba ndipo patakapesana tikabuda tikaita press conference zvamunoziva kudzamara ndadzingwa saka donzvo randaingova naro ndiri kumusangano weZANU-PF rekuti taida kuti uori hupere taida kuti pfuma ibve mumaoko evashoma ende mumaoko evanhu vazhinji ndiro donzvo ratiinaro nhasi saka handisungirwi kunojoina MDC nekuti haina donzvo rinoenderana nezvatiri kubhilivha mazviri kana ZANU ichida kushandisa vanhu haishandisi Tsenengamo akanga ari kuZANU anozivikanwa nevanhu kuti akanga achitsigira vamunangagwa uye akanga achitsigira ZANU. Iyi system inoshandisa vanhu vagara vari muopposition and ndiri kutaura izvi because ndaiva muZANU-PF I know vanhu vakanga vachicollaborata nesystem yeZANU and nekuda kwechikonzero ichocho handigoni kushanda navo nekuti pakati pavo handizivi kuti vari genuine nevasiri genuine ndevapi.
Marvelous. I've got a question here. I've got a question here concerning. Yes, the thing here is, people are asking about your membership and that you are a new political party. And at the end of the day, you may be here today and tomorrow you'll be nowhere. Like after the elections, maybe you're going to disappear. So what's your strategy for sustaining the viability of your party? Or maybe you're looking for money. Just tell us about that.
Thank you. If I had wanted money, I had that opportunity in ZANU-PF because I was strategically positioned as a national political commissar and the central committee member of the ZANU-PF. I had 24/7 access to Mnangagwa. I had 24.
Okay, we'll keep waiting a little bit.
Get in touch with anyone and strike any deal. But because I'm not a mercenary, I came out and I had to follow my conscience and going against convenience. So for me, it's not about money. It's about saving the people. So yes, we are starting now as a political party. We announced on the 31st of August, and this is a journey. I will not lie to Zimbabweans that we now have 5 million or 7 million people. No, we are mobilizing and we are gaining momentum with each passing day. 365 days in 2022 are more than is a very long time, and it's more than enough for any serious political party to gain ground and to gather enough votes to dislodge ZANU-PF. And the MDC did it in 99 when we had an election in 2000. And no one said MDC is coming today, maybe tomorrow it will disappear. Why are people thinking that about fees? We are just like any other party. We have to start from somewhere, and we are starting from here going forward. So people.
But do you have any members? Because when you launched, you have very few. How many members do you have, and where are those members?
No, I don't have to tell you where our members are, because
why?
Like what I'm saying is, No, why should we tell you about our strength? That's our information that we have to keep. Why should we disclose to opponents how strong we are? Why should we do that? That's our secret. We have to keep it to ourselves.
And also, Mr. Tsenengam, we've seen other political parties not being able to campaign or to hold their meetings without disturbance. How is it for your party? Are you able to hold your meetings or your campaigns without any disturbances?
No, we had our first meeting this Saturday on the 9th of November 2020, on the 6th of November 2021, after we had applied to the police that we wanted to have a launch. And the police selectively applied the law on us in terms of COVID regulations, which they are not doing to ZANU-PF. They said to us, you cannot exceed 100 people because of COVID regulations. When in fact, in recent times, we have seen ZANU-PF gathering thousands of their people. So what we are simply saying is, the playing field is not level, but we are not going to be crybabies as the fees. We are going to find a way on how to penetrate raw strongholds, because I grew up in the rural areas. I started my politics in the rural areas. I know how ZANU-PF operates in rural areas, their systems and everything. So I'm going to take advantage of the knowledge that I have when I joined ZANU-PF from 99 before they expelled me in 2020. So we are going to use that experience to make sure that we dribble past the obstacles that are being pushed on our way by ZANU-PF. The playing ground, in short, is not level.
Right, thank you very much. And stay on the line there. Let's bring in Mr. Innocent Ndibali of the Economic Freedom Fighters Zimbabwe. Mr. Ndibali, I see that you are in a dark spot, but we'll try to locate your face somehow. It's very difficult to see you. So, yeah, maybe something like that. But you can put a bit of light from your car at the top there. So, maybe, yes, something like that. Okay. So, Mr. Ndibali, I think you are hearing what Mr. Tsenengam is actually saying. At the end of the day, you guys are becoming many. The field is becoming crowded, and you're going to split votes, definitely. And some of you will disappear after elections. So what's the strategy for sustaining a small party like yours?
No, I wanted to just quickly respond to Mr. Nare and say that, you see, campaigning or to want to lead the country is not an issue about money. It's not an elitist issue. Look, it's not about how much money you've got, how many people you've got. Some parties decide to be regional. Some parties decide to focus on certain cities. It's not a given that every party that must exist in Zimbabwe, it must cover the entire country. But of course, EFF Zimbabwe covers the entire country. I must say that we fully welcome the launch of FEES, the Front for Economic Emancipation. So we welcome Comrade Tsenengam. He's got his constitutional right to lead or to want to lead the country. The strategy going forward is that we participated in election in 2018 as part of a coalition, but we were the EFF Zimbabwe in that coalition. And we garnered over 40-something thousand votes as a coalition. Those votes were not for Maimjuru only. They were also for EFF Zimbabwe. So I can assure you that we still continue to work since 2018 and will continue to exist after 2023. We are even many in the revolution. Now we've got Comrade Tsenengam doing his thing, and we welcome him, and we are very happy and excited that economic freedom in our lifetime is possible. Borderless Africa is possible. We are a socialist revolutionary movement. We are totally in line with EFF South Africa. And I want to respond to what Moyo said earlier on. He said EFF in South Africa dismally. He is lying. He is not telling the truth. And for information's sake, the launch of Mtwagazi Republic launched on the back of the support that I had provided. I had sent Comrade Mkondisi Moyo to
so
go.
In this case, Mkondisi Moyo is not here. It was another show.
No, I just want to clarify because
it would be problematic for you to actually respond to a question that is overdue. So
Okay,
anyway,
I understand. Let me conclude and say that, look, EFF is indeed a revolutionary movement. We are a revolutionary movement in the fact that we are totally different. We are radical. We do not hail insult to anyone. We have clearly stated that, look, we regard, that Zimbabwe is a sovereign state, is a constitutional democracy, is a multi-party democracy. So the many, the better, so that people can have an alternative. How many people do we have in Zimbabwe in terms of the population? We've got over 17 million now. But if you check how many people have been voting, not more than 10 million. So where are those other millions? So those other millions are looking for a home, and the home is EFF Zimbabwe or fees. So that's why we are here, and we are here to stay.
Yeah, ngicela ufake ngesindebele singakayi kuba bunali.
Yeah, engakutsho ukuthi thina abe EFF we sorry ngiza mixa leskiwa, we welcome fees ukuthi iformiwe njenge political party because bale constitutional right to do so. Any Zimbabwean officer ukuthi laye ekhokhele is not about ukuthi kumele ube le mali eningi, kumele ube labangani abale mali, kumele ube even iMDC lezanu PF zaqala zizincane, zaqala zilabantu abalutshwana, lathi siqale njalo sicontinue siyakhula enkaya ema-north ema-south emzarabani ema-national and central EFF ikhona. And amanye ama-opposition problem manje abo MDC bale problem lama political parties anjengathi labo tsenengabo, because they are scared, bayesaba ukuthi sizabathathela ama-votes ngoba kuma-local authorities iMDC iyehluleka. Bantu bakithi asikhulumeni iqiniso, iMDC has been in existence for the last 20 years.
Kodwa ayikho lapha singayihlokozi kangaka.
All right, but ngama-facts lawa baba ukuthi the reason why ama-parties anjengathi sesikhona yikuthi we want to move economy from ezandleni ezilutshwana ikakhulu ezamasela. Thina sithi i-country kumele ibe under a socialist system, and i-state ibe yi-custodian ye-land, and i-state ibe decisive in dealing with corruption, i-state ibe decisive in dealing with inequality, i-state ibe decisive in fighting i-tribalism, i-regionalism, and ensure ukuthi abantu beZimbabwe they unite, ensure that we get development, ensure that we have peace, and we make sure that Zimbabweans are able to do business across Africa, because we want a borderless Africa. We want a united Africa. We want one Africa. Kade sibone undoda lo kuthiwa nguSomizi okuthiwe engabuye Zimbabwe. Thina be-EFF Zimbabwe, I want to put this on record. We do not believe ukuthi ukuthi uSomizi kade ufuze eyaliso ukuye eZimbabwe ngoba into aziyenzayo in terms of sexuality yakhe, we believe ukuthi those are private issues. Let us protect every African. Kungela ukuthi unjani about sexuality yakhe. Every African must be able to go anywhere across Africa.
Siyabonga mfowethu ubambe khonapho ke ungayikhatshana babondibale. Marvelous, we've got Mr. Nare. He's very independent, he can say anything. Let's hear from him now.
Thank you, Gibbs. Yes.
So maybe I think Marvelous has got a question.
Go ahead, Marvelous.
I just wanted him to weigh in on what Mr. Ndibale and also Mr. Tsenengamu was saying, because Mr. Ndibale said that maybe the opposition are afraid that these new parties will also take some of their members, so as ZANU-PF itself.
Thank you. I think, just responding to Mr. Tsenangamu and Mr. Ndibale, I think Mr. Tsenangamu talked about the fact that, ZANU was set up as a small party. But history shows us that ZANU actually broke away from ZAPU. And when you look at the MDC was formed as really a coalition of civic society groups. You had students, you had labor. So this is the critical mass that was needed to have that movement, So in the case of Mr. Tsenangamu, he's someone who was summarily dismissed from ZANU. And it's not easy starting from that position. We've seen in South Africa a party like COPE, which was led by Mbazima Shilowa, Terra Likota. These are people that left the ANC. And we saw how COPE performed. So at times you can be unhappy about your political party and decide that you're going to leave. But that should not mean that you must then go and form a new political party, because it's a lot of work. So it's a serious investment, emotionally, psychologically. It's really a serious investment. Setting up a political party, especially in Africa.
Yes, Marvelous. Continue with him.
We actually have Mr. Tsenengam here. Let's ask him.
Or maybe before we were going to Mr. Tsenengam. So looking at how this thing is happening, Mr. Nare.
Yes.
Like we've got so many of these political parties. Are they not chipping into each other's kind of political clout? Like some of them have got members here and there, but others don't. Like I can have my family and ask them to vote for me, but when we are 4 of us here, then I get 2 votes, which means 2 didn't vote for me. So, but it seems as if there is this crisis in which everybody wants to be a leader in Zimbabwe, and hence they form their own political parties. Is that not the case?
I hear you there, Mr. Tube. But when I look at people from Zimbabwe, my understanding, people from Zimbabwe are very simple but intelligent people. They may entertain you for a few weeks, they may listen to you, but when it comes to the crucial day, the critical day, the day of the election, they will vote usually between the 2 dominant political parties. So I think, that's our people are very simple, I mean, you'll take it to simple things like Mazoe, the simple things like Colgate. They are brand loyal. They follow particular brands and they commit to those brands. So if a new party comes and does not offer something amazing, in terms of policy, in terms of leadership, in terms of capacity, they are unlikely to get their attention. They will listen to them. You can go and have a meeting, they will listen to you. We saw in the last elections, even in Bulawayo, Matebeleland, someone like Madam Coupe, who was she was deputy prime minister. She was well exposed. People knew her. She traveled across the country, but she struggled even as a presidential candidate to generate a significant or respectable number of votes. So it's not about setting up the party. You have to be strategic. You have to know whether this thing has a good chance of working.
So I see that Ndibale wants to talk, but I know he wants to be the next president of Zimbabwe, maybe in 2023. So, but before taking you, Mr. Ndibale, ngicela ufake isindebele ukuthi abantu bekuzwe khonapho nara abafutshane babo.
Ngiyabonga Tube. So abantu bakithi, abantu beZimbabwe ngabantu abahloniphayo abanye abantu. So ungathi uqalisa ipolitical party yakho baza kuhlonipha ukuthi uyazamela lawe. Kodwa ngelanga elimqoka, ilanga levoti, okujayele kwenzakala ukuthi bagcina sebekhethe kwababili, usually between the MDC and ZANU. So la amanye ama-political party agcina ethola amavoti angayindawo. Siyazi ukuthi sikhayela umzekelo sukamama uMadam Coupe. Wayengumuntu wayengu-deputy prime minister, wayengu-vice president we-MDC, wayengumuntu owahamba ilizwe lonke abantu bemazi ekhona ema-newspapers. Kodwa kuthe sokufika isikhathi sokuthiwa sokuvotwa, abantu kabamfakelanga amavoti ahloniphekayo. So kwesisikhathi nxa ungazakale njengo-Mr. Naro yabusaziwe ngxenye kobulawayo, abantu bengakwazi eManicaland, eMaswingo, eBindura, kunzima ukuthi ususuku ususithi namhlanje usufuna ukuba ngupresident,
Yes, siyakuzwa kakhulu-ke babunare. Sicela ubambe khonapho ungayikashana Marvelous. Go ahead with Mr.
Ewa vatsenengamu kana muri kutinzwa ndofunga muri kunzwa zvanga zviri kutaurwa navanare vari kutaura ivo kuti vanhu vakanyanya muZimbabwe vanovhotera mapato avagara vachivhotera kuti iwa makuru ari munyika. Imi munoona muchizokwanisa here kuti muwanewo mavhoti akati kana kuti muchangovhoterwa nemudzimai nevanhu?
mazvita sete marvelous naandoda kuti chekutanga nditaure kuti kana makatarisa ma-elections 2018 vamunangagwa vanonzi vakabuda ne2.4 million votes vachamisa vakaita 2.1 million votes which is a total of 4.5 million votes. Population, a voting population of not less than 10 million people. So what that means is that the majority of the people neither voted for MDC nor ZANU, and they are not interested in those two major political parties, which means there is room for the emergence of a formidable third force, which can then capitalize on kuti pane vanhu vasiri kuda ZANU kune vanhu vasiri kuda MDC, because the numbers that the MDC and ZANU got from the previous election is just a minority in terms of representation the whole population yeZimbabwe.
Saka pane zvamuri kuita here kuchetsva ivavo vamuri kutaura kuti havana kuvhotera mapato maviri
according to the 2018.
Sorry manga mabreka kuti pane zvamuri kuita here
ZANU and MDC we
pane zvamuri kuita here sebato
naandiri kuti inini
vatsenengamo network yavo iri kuenda ichidzoka handandida kuvabvunza kuti vatsenengamo pane zvamuri kuita here kuti muattract iwayo mavhota amuri kutaura kuti havana kuvhotera ZANU-PF kana kuti MDC Alliance kana mamwe mapato, pane zvamuri kuita zvitsva here kuchetsva vanhu ivavo?
hongu tine zvakawanda zvatiri kuita like sector.
I think your network, his network is actually cutting there, marvelous. So we are having some problem here.
As main opposition ndinomaziva because ndakanga ndiri kuZANU ndikaona paikundikana opposition ndikaona paigona ZANU, saka tine zvakawanda zvatiri kuita. Handikwanise kujajwa ndichifananidzwa nevamwe vakaparticipate ma-elections ekare. Kana vanhu vachida kujaja kuti fees is it a formidable force or not, ngavatimirire pama-elections at 2023, then people can judge us. We cannot be equated nevanhu vakaparticipate on ma-elections ekare. We are doing a lot. We have a lot of young people who are coming on board. We have also managed to take my disgruntled members ZANU, my disgruntled members aiva kuMDC, aiva kuana maMjuru nevamwe vakanga vasingatovhoti vari kutanga kupinda mupolitics izvozvo. They are excited, and angave ma-students, angave ma-workers, vangave ma-miners, vangave ma-farmers. So we are reaching out to everyone, including ma-vendor and every Zimbabwean who wants to see change, because people are tired of the two major political parties. So we have a very big chance that we have. So people must judge us in 2023. Izvi zvekunzi mune mari here yekukampena orochi Muzorewa aiva ne3 ma-helicopters muna 1980. He was well funded, yet a well-oiled machinery, but he lost in 1980. People chose to vote for ZANU and ZAPU because while Muzorewa had all the resources, his cause was a lost cause, and people took freebies from him, but they didn't vote for him. So izvi zvekunzi ZANU ine mari inozovane ine is something else. We are going to face them, and we know how we are going to dribble past everything that they are trying to do, even how we are going to penetrate the MDC strongholds or the ZANU-PF strongholds. We have a strategy, and this is the reason why we came up with the Front for Economic Emancipation in Zimbabwe. And I can tell you that from the day that we made an announcement on the 31st of August, the response has been very overwhelming. Vanhu vari kujoina musangano wedu zvatakanga tisina kufungira. So tiri kumuva, and by 2023 the two major political parties will get a rude awakening.
Yes, so here's the question. Here's the
question before we let him go, because
yes, marvelous. Here's the question. So the question is, now you didn't want to tell us your membership. Now tell us about your source of funding. Maybe people will say, oh, this guy is being sponsored by the West, like what ZANU-PF has always been claiming, you know. So who's sponsoring you, and when that sponsorship vanishes, are you still going to exist as a political party, or you just disband?
Oh, okay, fine. In terms of funding, we are an indigenous party, a party of the impoverished masses, a part of the poor people in Zimbabwe who want to see a prosperous and corrupt-free Zimbabwe in their lifetime. So in terms of funding, we are using our own resources. We don't get funding either from the West or from the East. We are not aligned to those outside forces. We are Zimbabweans, we are Africans. We are not going to take any conditional support from anywhere, because at the end of the day, we would then be forced to dance to the tune of those who have funded us. So what we are simply doing is we are using the resources at our disposal as members, making contributions and members, and also getting some support from Zimbabweans, indigenous Zimbabweans who believe in the cause for economic emancipation of the indigenous people of Zimbabwe and Africa. So this is where we are getting our support so far. We have not been getting any support from either the West or the East. And if they are going to say no, they want to fund us, we are very clear that we don't take conditional aid and we don't take funding from capitalists, because we are a socialist party. We don't want our ideology to be diluted. And for us, it's never about resources or whatever. It's about our capacity to engage with the masses. We believe in grassroots mobilization, being a grassroots party, talking to the people in the villages, talking to the people in the streets, talking to the people in the ghetto, engaging them where they are, Kumatanga, Ikoko, and everywhere. So this is how we are operating with the little resources that we have. Even if you look at our launch, our virtual launch, it was a modest event, because we don't believe in splashing money or splashing resources or trying to buy votes. We don't believe in vote buying. We believe in engaging the people, making them understand that we are here to serve them. We are here to provide solutions to that issue. Yeah.
Thank you very much. And maybe these two guys are the same. That is Mr. Senengamu and Ndibali. So Ndibali, both of you are, having this economic agenda, firstly, and secondly, you are coming out with this socialist agenda. So already you have split votes there, So why would you forge ahead and say, okay, contest the elections as separate entities, when in fact we know you've got a similar agenda? So how would you, proceed going forward?
Yeah, it doesn't mean that simply because we are both socialists, it means that we are going to split the vote. We've got members who are committed to EFF Zimbabwe. We've got members who are committed to FIS. We have seen it in South Africa. You've seen EFF in South Africa. You've seen the PAC in South Africa. You've seen other movements that are socialist, but that were working separately to EFF. And as we speak now, we've got the ANC that has failed to reach over 50% just because of the EFF. So in Zimbabwe, I can assure you that come 2023, these political parties within the opposition, that they think that they are too big, they will be shocked, as what Comrade Senangam has said. Indeed, EFF Zimbabwe, if you look, we attended the launch of FIS. We embraced them and we welcome them. We've been in EFF for the last 6 years, and we will continue to grow. Our members are growing countrywide. We've got people who are joining without being coerced.
By the way, how many members do you have?
We cannot give you the number,
What's
just like this.
You guys,
but I can assure you that even in you and my sister there is an EFF inside you, because this is an African revolutionary movement. We've got over 22 EFF across Africa. And I can assure you that I am one of the leaders of those EFF across Africa. So we are working for a borderless Africa, because we've seen the useless SADC, we've seen the useless AU. We want to transform Africa so that we can control our resources. And when we talk of borderless Africa, we want to control our airspaces as well. We cannot have people coming in and out and taking resources without paying tax. They are doing what is called base erosion. So we want to stop that.
Yeah,
esikutshoyo ukuthi thina abe-EFF silama members ethu are committed to EFF, le FIS lama members ayo, kodwa esikutshoyo ukuthi bafomile iphathi yabo. We welcome them, we embrace them. si-attendile i-meeting yabo eHarare, and we want to say ukuthi ama-parties lawa athi makhulu azamangala ngo-2023 because i-EFF Zimbabwe on its own is going to deliver a serious blow, and even le entsha ukuthiwa yi-fees ngoba layo ihamba ngohlangothi, ihamba nge-economic freedom, ihamba emancipation. So sindawonye in terms of ukukhankasa phansi la sizaba yi-party ezamangalisa abantu abaningi across Zimbabwe, across Africa. You have seen i-EFF eSwaziland ukuthi yenzani, you've seen i-EFF eZambia, you've seen i-EFF eNamibia, EFF South Africa. So we are going to demonstrate ukuthi it is doable eZimbabwe okwenzakala South Africa.
Let's bring in Mr. Nare. I think he's got the last word. And Mr. Nare, sorry, Marvelous, go ahead with Mr. Nare.
I still have Tsenengamu before we let him go. Then I'll come.
Yeah, maybe Nare wants to leave. Nare is leaving right now. Maybe one last thing on him.
Maybe just
just go ahead. Nare, you can go ahead with Tsenengamu.
Okay, Mr. Tsenengamu, tipemas when you pay Siramungoti Gaga Gamsat Minda.
All right, the Front for Economic Emancipation in Zimbabwe. Tiripo sebato revana veZimbabwe, sebato revana veAfrica kuuya kuzotora upfumi kubvisa maoko evashoma tichisa maoko eruzhinji rwevanhu, kubvisa urombo muvanhu, kupedza urombe hwakonzereswa nenhamo nekutambudzika kuri kuitika muvana veZimbabwe. Tiri kuuya takanangana zvakare nedonzvo rekurwisa huori muZimbabwe uye kupa utungamiri hunobva kuvanhu, utungamiri hunoshandira vanhu, utungamiri hunotya Mwari, utungamiri husingazvikudze, utungamiri husina makaro, utungamiri hunoziva kuti kana ukanga watungamidzwa mberi wafanana nemunhu angopakatiswa, ukanga wapakatiswa asandi kunzidziridze. So tiri kuti kuvana veZimbabwe, isu the Front for Economic Emancipation in Zimbabwe tauya, hatina kwatiri kumhanyira, tiripo kusvika Jesu vachidzoka. Tisigirei mufambe nesu tigokwanisa kuwana Zimbabwe yakasununguka, yakabudirira uye isina ihuori, chimbavha nechigororo.
Thank you very much. Maybe in English, your last word in English. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Thank you so much. We are saying as the Front for Economic Emancipation in Zimbabwe, we are a socialist party, a pro-poor party. We are here to stay. Our main objective is to bring about a just, empowered, developed, and prosperous Zimbabwe, and a Zimbabwe which is also corrupt-free, and provide a leadership which is there to serve. Leadership which fears God, a leadership which attends to the needs and aspirations of Zimbabweans. So we are saying to Zimbabweans, please support us, please believe.
Yeah, I think
so that we deliver the Zimbabwe that we all want.
Thank you very much. I think let's let him go. And Mr. Nare, you've got the final word.
Thank you very much, Gibbs, and Marvelous. So just to say that, well, all the best to Mr. Tsenengamu and Mr. Ndibale. It's going to be a long journey. It's going to be a long journey to 2023. They must do their best. So the last word that I will say, is that I think citizens and civic society in Zimbabwe need to pursue a political parties act that will ensure that political parties are registered in an organized way, and we do not have parties that will not run the course. So I think it's important that the right to vote is respected. As I've said, you don't want a ballot paper with 23 presidential candidates who, at the end of the day, are getting hundreds of votes instead of the hundreds of thousands or the millions of votes that are possible there. So let's stop making a mockery of the political process, the voting process, by having a credible process.
Yes, I'm up with 30 seconds.
Yeah, I city. Well, all the best. City Gabazame, Otsenengamu, Labondibale, Gabazame, Ngamandla wonke. Tina, eZimbabwe, I think, Jangama citizens, Izalwane Zimbabwe. Le civic society kumele sihlangane ndawonye kube lo mthetho omutsha ozafaka indlela ecacileyo eyokuregister ama-political parties ukwenzela ukuthi kungabi isavuka ntunzane.
Isikhathi du Babunare.
Ngiyabonga Dube, ngiyabonga Marvelous.
Yes, let's take this opportunity to thank our guests this evening, Mr. Godfrey Senangamo, leader of the Front for Economic Emancipation in Zimbabwe, Mr. Innocent Ndibali, leader of the Economic Freedom Fighters Zimbabwe, and Mr. Tabang Nare, an independent political commentator based in USA. Signing off from USA, that is Maryland, I am Kips Dube saying good night, Zimbabwe.
And I'm Marvelous Mhlanganya, who is saying have a very good night. Let's meet again tomorrow on Let's Talk. That's Good
night.